I wanted to comment too on the quarterbacks because, like I said, there's some crazy, not crazy stuff, but I'm just seeing things left and right. And, we put out an Instagram, a couple photos of JT today, and, everybody wants AJ Duffy to be the starter. And they said, this guy sucks, get him out. I'm like, this guy sucks. I'm talking about Jordan Travis. And I'm wondering, like, if that's just what, like, kind of drugs people take on during the offseason. They don't understand that kid saved multiple games last year. I'm trying to figure out who they want to put in there. They want to put a true freshman quarterback with AJ Duffy, which, coming in, there's a lot of hype for him to get in and maybe get that QB2 spot. But I need people to understand that's QB2 spot. That's the battle for. That's the battle right now. QB1's is already locked down, and going to Tate Rodemaker and AJ Duffy, these guys still have a lot of work to do, and I see that with Coach Tokarz being very hands-on, but when Jordan Travis is ripping it, he's ripping it, man. And the best part about him in the pocket, his pocket awareness. It's a whole 180 from what you see with Duffy. Duffy's a little antsy right now, and that's understandable. This is spring camp. This is how it should be for a true freshman. And then Tate Rodemaker kind of it feels like some weights on his ankles sometimes, kind of just stays there in the pocket. And he's got the height advantage, which JT doesn't have, but still kind of throwing some things. But I saw JT have a third read pass that went for 25 yards. I have not seen Jordan Travis do that in a while, and that was extremely impressive to see yesterday. While Jared Verse is flying off the edge on him, that was very impressive to see from Jordan Travis. So I need some people to let's calm down that whole thing there. Jordan Travis is your starter, but you would like to see some pushes and some development there from AJ Duffy. And you see signs from Rodemaker here and there, but there's too much inconsistencies for me. I want to see some more strides made there from him, and just taking care of the ball is a big thing there for 18. So, and then number 10 is just learning the system, just understanding, building chemistry more with those wide receivers, tight ends, running backs. But we gotta, I know it's off season, but we gotta slow it down just a tad.
Logan, fans are stupid. We've established this through the 150 shows that we've done here with Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, and James can back up every single time. Even in Florida State's dynasty era, every time the backup would come in, mind you, this is a time when you had guys named Chris Winkie, guys named, Thad Busby. I'm talking about going back in the day. Danny Cannell, guys who were leading us to ACC titles, national titles, top 5 rankings. And every time the backup would come in, the crowd would applaud louder than for the starting lineup. That's the way things go. It's always going to root for the backup. There were idiot fans in the stands last year. When the Miami game, I'm sitting on the sideline shooting the Miami game. There's idiot Florida State fans yelling for Mackenzie Milton to go in and replace Jordan Travis when we were down 28-20. And all I'm sitting there thinking is, what the hell has Mackenzie Milton done to earn a spot to be able to play at that point? I'm sorry, Lieutenant Dan did not deserve to play at that point in the season. So, yes, there's a lot of idiot fans out there who are going to automatically get on their keyboards and be keyboard warriors. They're going to comment on here. I don't read our comments on here, but they're probably taking shots at me at this point. But no, you are 100% correct. Jordan Travis is number 1. He has not played himself out of the number 1 spot. Mm-hmm. And when we go 8-4, Mark is going to have to admit that Jordan Travis is in the top half of quarterbacks in the ACC. That's all I'm saying. Mark Rogers on his Wednesday super day of doing every single team in college football, he's going to devote an hour to why Jordan Travis is because I don't want to use the comeback player of the year, but I feel like he could be the most improved player according to Mark Rogers TV.
I'm always thinking of a marketing angle, so I think you've come up with something there, Jason. Jordan Travis could be the first ever voice of college football comeback player of the year.
Oh, that would be content.
Yeah, I think he definitely I think he could be most improved. I think he definitely could be most improved. Here's what. Let me just explain away the true freshman quarterback thing. It's not that, and we've had this talked about on this show before, Mark. I think this is where I miss NCAA college football. I truly do.
Wow.
But this is the problem with video games. See, video games and let you be able to recruit guys, and you put a true freshman in on the video game. But there is literally no way to replicate what you're going to see in a Power 5 setting on that football field. You can't even practice it. My first game ever, I played against Miami. My first game that I played in was against the University of Miami in 2002 ESPN Classic game. The only way that I could tell you that even halfway describes how fast that game was Jamie Foxx in Any Given Sunday when he first went in. All I saw was blurs, and I was a fullback. I literally had one guy to block in pass situations and run situations. I can only imagine how fast the game is for a quarterback who not only has to diagnose, look at what the secondary is doing, try to get an understanding if they're running cover 1, 2, 3, some kind of hybrid, cover 4, all these different things. Are they bringing a blitz? Are they disguising this? Blah, blah, blah. On the top of, you've never see until you've seen a 6'4", 275-pound grown ass man that runs a 4.5, it's easy to say that from the comfort of your home when you're watching it on TV, what they should and what they should not have done. That is terrifying. And you have to constantly swallow your fear in order to go out there and function it. Now, every rep, every practice, every game, it gets slower and slower. But I can promise you that a lot of these guys aren't trying to not be any good. It's just sometimes the guy that's on the other side of you is better. Now, am I saying that Jordan Travis is you should put money down on him winning the Heisman Trophy? No. What I am saying though is in this situation, what Florida State has, for what Mike Norvell needs to do for recruiting is stop playing musical chairs at the quarterback position, which they have done, and go in and make sure that you actively go. And this is the person you got. My high school coach, Pat Campbell, had this saying: you dance with the lady you bring, no matter how she looks. You do not ditch her for the prom queen that is now showing you interest because her date ditched. I mean, his date, yeah. So with Travis, what does he do very well? He gives you the opportunity to use his arm, which everybody talked about how weak it was. But I told people, hey, he's got 5 touchdowns with this little post that they do, this post route that they do, where he throws around down the middle of the field, the guy catches it, and they score a touchdown. I don't know what it's called, but they do that really, really well.